Good morning, good afternoon, or whatever time it is where you are. Welcome to today's Top News Roundup. We've got a lot to cover today, from elections to international diplomacy, some critical weather updates, and even sports. Let's dive into the top 10 stories making waves today. 1. Maharashtra and Jharkhand elections. Elections are approaching fast in Maharashtra and Jharkhand, and the stakes are high. Maharashtra's 288 seats will be contested in a single-phase election on November 20th, while Jharkhand's election will take place in two phases on November 13th and 20th. With over 9.6 crore eligible voters in Maharashtra and 2.6 crore in Jharkhand, this is a significant political event. The Election Commission has already put the model code of conduct in place to ensure fair play. An interesting aspect here is the high number of first-time voters, more than 30 lakh teenagers in Maharashtra and over 11 lakh in Jharkhand. This fresh electorate could play a crucial role in shaping the outcome, possibly bringing new political dynamics to the forefront. Remember, these elections will not only determine the state governments, but could also be an indicator of how the political winds are blowing ahead of the general elections. 2. Israel-Hamas. Conflict intensifies. The Israel-Palestine conflict has intensified, with the Israeli military continuing airstrikes across Gaza. At least 50 Palestinians have lost their lives in these attacks, as the Israeli forces push deeper into Gaza, particularly focusing on areas like Jabalia, which houses one of the largest refugee camps. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza is worsening. The UN has raised alarms, accusing Israel of cutting off North Gaza from the rest of the region, which could have catastrophic consequences for civilians. Israel claims these operations are aimed at neutralizing Hamas fighters regrouping in the area. However, the civilian toll is mounting, and international organizations are pressing for a ceasefire and humanitarian aid access. This conflict has broader implications, with the international community increasingly concerned about escalating violence and its long-term impact on the region. 3. Supreme Court questions. Bengal's civic volunteer system. The Supreme Court has asked the West Bengal government to explain the legal grounds for employing civic volunteers in sensitive areas like schools and hospitals. These volunteers, who lack formal policing authority, have been used to maintain order in public spaces. The court raised concerns about the use of these volunteers without proper verification or qualifications, questioning whether this was a way to reward political allies with unofficial policing powers. This case has significant implications for the state's governance practices and raises broader questions about the safety and transparency of such systems. The court has demanded a detailed response from the state government, which could lead to reforms in how civic volunteers are deployed. 4. Protest Carnival in Kolkata. In Kolkata, a unique and somewhat contrasting scene unfolded. On one side of the city, there was a vibrant Durga Puja carnival. Just a short distance away, doctors and health workers organized a protest carnival, voicing their grievances over poor working conditions and safety concerns in hospitals. This protest stems from rising incidents of violence against doctors, which the medical community says has been inadequately addressed by the government. Junior doctors in the state have been on hunger strike since early October, demanding better security and working conditions. The Durga Puja Carnival, a major cultural event in the state, was held with full fanfare, and both events happening simultaneously painted a vivid picture of Kolkata's complex socio-political environment. 5. India-Canada diplomatic row deepens. India and Canada are in the midst of a deep diplomatic dispute, with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau accusing Indian diplomats of involvement in acts of extortion and violence, targeting pro-Khalistani activists in Canada. India has strongly rejected these allegations, stating that they are baseless and politically motivated. The accusations have led to a deterioration of relations between the two countries, which are now at their lowest point in decades. Both governments are standing firm on their positions, with Trudeau claiming ongoing violence has increased since last year, while India maintains it has no involvement. This diplomatic conflict also affects trade relations, and there are concerns about how it will impact the significant Indian diaspora in Canada. 6. Exit polls and election trends under scrutiny. India's Chief Election Commissioner, CEC, Rajiv Kumar, has called for reforms in how exit polls and election trends are presented to the public. According to the CEC, exit polls often raise unrealistic expectations, leading to disappointment or confusion when actual results don't align with early projections. He criticized news channels for showing leads even before official counting begins, creating a false narrative. This issue has come to the forefront as political analysts debate the ethics of exit polls and their impact on public perception. The CEC's call for self-regulation among broadcasters and pollsters could lead to changes in how we consume election coverage in the future. 7. India signs $3.5 billion UAV deal with the US. In a significant boost to India's defense capabilities, India has signed a $3.5 billion deal with the US for the procurement of 31 MQ-9B drones. These advanced unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, will be used for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance (ISR) missions. The MQ-9B drones, also known as the Sea and Sky Guardians, are capable of long-duration flights of up to 40 hours and can operate in all weather conditions. The deal is part of India's broader strategy to enhance its maritime security in the Indian Ocean region, particularly with increasing tensions in neighboring regions. This acquisition is expected to significantly bolster India's ability to monitor and respond to security threats, both on land and at sea. 8. Kerala gears up for high-stakes by-polls. Kerala is preparing for by-elections in 3 key constituencies, including the Wayanad Lok Sabha seat, which Rahul Gandhi vacated to retain Ray Bareli. This by-election is being closely watched, as the Congress has nominated Priyanka Gandhi Vadra for Wayanad, marking her debut in electoral politics. The CPI, M, and BJP are also fielding strong candidates, making this a highly contested battle. The outcome of these by-polls will be significant not just for Kerala, but for the national political landscape as well, as it could indicate shifting voter preferences ahead of the 2024 general elections. 9. Heavy rains in Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh is bracing for more heavy rainfall after already being hit by severe downpours in the past 24 hours. The India Meteorological Department, IMD, has issued red alerts for multiple districts, warning of potential flooding, landslides, and disruptions to daily life. Areas like Prakasam, Nellore, and Chittoor are expected to receive particularly heavy rainfall, which could lead to more severe flooding. Residents are being advised to stay indoors and avoid unnecessary travel, as emergency services are on high alert. This extreme weather event is a reminder of the increasing challenges posed by climate change, particularly in vulnerable regions. 10. India versus New Zealand Test Series Showdown. Finally, on a lighter note, cricket fans have something exciting to look forward to. India is set to face New Zealand in a Test series that kicks off today. This series is especially significant after New Zealand snatched the ICC trophy from India earlier this year. For Indian cricket fans, this is a chance for redemption, and the team will be looking to put on a strong performance to avenge that loss. The match is expected to be a closely contested one, with both teams in top form. Cricket enthusiasts are hopeful that India can deliver a victory and reclaim some lost pride. That's a wrap on today's Top 10 News Stories. From elections to international disputes, from climate challenges to sports excitement, we've covered it all. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth news delivered with a dash of clarity. Stay informed. And until next time, take care and stay safe.